Hi, welcome to my crazy life. I'm Lori, and I will be your hostess today. Today, I'm bringing you my DIY that I finished with mostly dollar store stuff or Dollar Tree. Some other things that I already had that I spruced up a bit or added to. So let's begin. What do I have first? First, I made this handy dandy little sign. This board here, let me see if I can get a good close-up of it, is from the dollar spot at Target. It's just, again, chipboard. I believe it's supposed to be a chalkboard, but I took my Cricut and I cut out this vinyl coffee sign and attached it. This is all for a gallery wall that's going to be in my kitchen. And then I changed the color to a jute string. It was a white and gold. But yeah, I added this, which I love the detail. So it was, in essence, $1 plus what little bit of money it cost me for this vinyl. I bought the vinyl online. It was 65 cents a sheet. I got all the projects I did today out of a half a sheet. So 30 cents, 10 cents, so $1.10 this cost me. Oh, and maybe 2 cents worth of twine because I did get the jute at the dollar store in a 3-pack, so super cheap. Frugal. And then my second sign that I created for that same wall was out of the dollar store frame that I showed you the other day that I was scraping off the lettering behind it. And let me try moving my head to this side and see if we can't get a better look over here. Here, I'll pull it up. So what this is, I scraped off the out to lunch sign. I backed it. That's just craft paper. And then again with the vinyl, I cut out fresh eggs and my chicken, and this will hang on my wall. And I literally attached it with painter's tape. It's just a square of craft paper, the scrapbook paper. It's pink with gold foiled chicken wire, so it looks like wire. Let's get it real close. Yeah. I love this sign. It's kind of like a glammy farmhouse. There's a little sparkle, but it's chickens, you know? Also in my kitchen, I did create a moss wreath. Now, I've seen a few people doing this. The Daily DIYer, I believe, had something of this nature, and also, I can't remember her name. She's in Louisiana. She's a CVS couponer. I can't remember her name, but I'll look it up and I'll make a note of it. She made this out of a heart, but it's literally a dollar store wreath, the foam wreath, a package of the regular moss, not the reindeer moss. Okay, it is all falling off, so I need to get it hung back up. And then this is dollar store ribbon. I didn't want to crimp it up, so I tied a little string to hang it off. And I have a command hook in my window. And there'll be pictures at the end of what I've done with all of this. What I've, where I've had it in my home, and I didn't do the back because it hangs up against the window. I did spray it with hairspray in hopes to keep some of the moss intact. What's going on with my hair? But it's still, I'm still getting little pieces dropping in my lap, which is fine. It's morning here. And the other thing I did with my Cricut, and I'm not sure if you are familiar with Rae Dunn. She has pottery. I don't know what my laptop is doing, but this I got at the dollar store. It's supposed to mimic a mason jar. The lid comes off. Fill it with soaps or lotions. I'm putting it in my kitchen, and I found a font from the Daily DIYer for sure that is, it's called The Skinny, and I loaded it to my laptop, and it mimics the Rae Dunn on her pottery. So this was $1 again. I haven't used it yet. I'm hoping it works, but other people have given these good reviews. I'm just going to put my dish soap in it and put it on my kitchen counter. I thought this was fun. So that's definitely for spring. Just got some water. Okay, my other dollar store find, which I think this might be one of the more expensive items for the dollar store, which is the most simple. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you straight down because then the rocks are going to turn. But it's one of the little fishbowl vases. And I literally put, I'm very literal today, probably a quarter of a bag of the white rocks in the bottom. And then this was a succulent that came in one of those little black square vases, and I just pulled it out of the styrofoam. And honestly, we'll be honest instead of literal, I just slid it down in the rocks. I just think this, oh, get my rocks back up there. I think this is super sweet and will look nice on my coffee table is the plan for that. Once I get it back together. Move my coffee over here. This item is a mix of dollar store and Joann. Now that bag of moss that I opened up, I bought 3. I only used 1 bag for all of these projects. So for the wreath, for this little topiary or terrarium type container, I bought this container at Christmas clearance for like $1.50 after Christmas clearance, and it just has this little bird up here, and I don't feel like this is Christmassy at all, but and then it has in it the ceramic little bunny, and I did get it up close here. Let me take the top off. How about that? So what I've done on the inside is I hot glued the moss to a piece of white craft paper so I could get it out, and I put a little glitter in there so there's a bit of a sparkle, and then 3 of those little baby's breath flowers that I glued down. And then with my little bunny, I wanted a little accent, so I gave him blue eyes and a little copper in his ear and on his nose. You'll see in a minute he's going to match another bunny that I have. And that's where I took out the little metal ring. It leaves a little bit of a bump, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then he nestles in. I made a little mound behind him. And he nestles in there. And then I just put his little lid on for her. And there we go. And again, there'll be pictures at the end after I've put everything where it belongs back in my house. Alright, what else do I have? Oh, this one. Super easy. Last year, 2 years ago, I bought these. They're not mason jars. They're heritage glass storage jars. But I loved the retro feel of them. So I bought 3 of them. And I used them at Christmas a couple years. But then I didn't use them this year, so I kept them out. And then these are, I believe they're called the lemon grass, I think is what it is. Oh, get some tape on there. And they're just sprigs of hard plastic grass. I put 3 in here to fill it, to give it a nice fill. And then I picked up these little eggs the other day at the Dollar Tree. And they're on a stick. And then after Easter, I will take the eggs out and just leave the grass. And I have 3 in a row, and it makes a nice background wall. Downstairs, on top of a hutch. Then I have like a food pantry in my dining room. And on that, I put this. Now, this came from the dollar store, and this is the smaller, squatter, I guess what you would say, shorter and squattier of the 2 that I purchased. It is tin or galvanized. I'm not really sure what we're calling it. It says Flower and Garden, and then at the top, I think this is 2 of the little bushes of the hydrangeas in the whitish light green. So not as green as the other hydrangeas, but there is a tint of green to these as well. And I just put the floral, let me see if I can get it to come out. Yeah, I just stuck the floral foam, cut it to fit, mushed it down in there, and then speared my flowers until I got the desired shape. I'll fluff it again when it gets downstairs, but super easy. And I mean, relatively inexpensive. This whole thing would have cost me $2 for the flowers, $1 for the pot, and 50 cents for the foam because I use it in 2 different projects. So $3.50. You can't buy these things. And then my last item is definitely a merge of all the different places I've been and seasons. I'm not sure if this is going to come across very well. This is the 10 tray, and I think it was $3, and I bought it last year from the Target dollar spot in this teal color. And then on the inside, let's see if I can do this. I have my bunny. He has the gold ears that I got last year at Target. I put another little one of the baby bunnies, and then these little eggs. Oops, let me take him out. Everything else is glued down. The rest of that bag of moss, so one bag made these 3 projects, some of the baby's breath, and some Easter eggs. And I just honestly, I used Elmer's School Glue and glue them around. And then I set my little baby bunny in front. Sorry, there's sunlight coming in. And so that's going to go on my dining room table. I have a spring tablecloth. So that will go there. And that was everything I created. It was very quick and easy and reasonable. Now I do have a Cricut, so that kind of is a game changer if you don't have a Cricut. But you can totally go to Joann's Hobby Lobby, get stickers. I mean, I know they sell vinyl stickers that you could put on here. Just don't soak it. Don't put it in the dishwasher. Or for this, you could totally get the Sharpie. I don't know if I have any. I think I might. I don't think I have one in blue. Yeah, I do. So these Sharpie markers. This is in the this is the fine point. It's oil based, so it's not your regular Sharpie. And listen, there's a ball in there to mix it. It's not your regular oil base, but what you can do is you take rubbing alcohol, and you want to take the top off for this process. So you make sure it's clean, rubbing alcohol. You could use a stencil, you could just freehand it, write whatever you want, and put it in the oven. There's directions on Pinterest, but you want to bake it low and slow, and that will set the marker onto the project. And they come in all different colors. I know I've got a couple colors here that I've bought. I think these were on clearance. I haven't even used them yet. But those are certainly an option as well. This is plastic, so you do not, and rubber, you do not want to bake this piece. But this, I don't see why you would have an issue with. It's ceramic-y type material. So you could totally make that without a Cricut. I know they have vinyl decals in the stores as well. I've even seen them at the dollar store that you can attach to wood, chipboard. Take a dollar store sign, paint it white, and add a chipboard sticker. It doesn't have to be the season. Just cover up what is there. So totally easy. Stay tuned at the end. I will have pictures. If you like what you're seeing and you're happy with the content, go ahead and like and subscribe so I know that you're out there. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on, and we will be back again real soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.